Are you ready for the perfect steak appetizer? Stick around, easy and delicious. Now, I'm using my good buddy's Frugoni Chimichurri Dry mix. If you've never tried it, you're missing out 110%. Yes, I do love chopping all my own fresh herbs and doing it, but today I'm in a hurry, and so using this out of a bottle makes it simple and easy. So I'm gonna take 1/3 cup, I'm only making up a small batch. 1/3 cup of dry mix. Sliding my lid back on.
And then we are going to mix it.
Then we're gonna mix it. Now we're gonna hydrate it with some red wine vinegar. I'm gonna use about the same amount of red wine vinegar.
Now can I mix it?
You can stir it now, not too fast. Now we're gonna give this about 10 to 15 minutes to kind of hydrate in this liquid, and then we're gonna add in some olive oil. All right, let's make some blue cheese spread for our crostinis. So I've got just some regular blue cheese dressing. I like buying the refrigerated. You can make your own. I have a recipe out there, and it is better with it. But when you're in a hurry and quick, we got to keep it simple and easy. Now I've got one little round block of the Boursin garlic and herb cheese. I'm gonna throw it in my bowl here. Now once I get that in there, I'm gonna break that up. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this dressing here. I'm gonna say about half of this small little 12-ounce container, so about 6 ounces of it. Now I will say, while I'm amping these flavors up, I want to use a little bit of Isles chimichurri mix in here. Just a little bit.
Now we can mix it up.
Well, this is kind of sloppy here. You want to help? You got to turn slow. Turn it slow. They hit you. Mash it down. That's it. I'm gonna set it in the fridge, let it hang out, let those flavors come together. Let's grill the steak off. Just that easy. We'll be back in about 16 to 18 minutes. We'll be ready to dump. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. As you can see, all of these fresh herbs have kind of reconstituted, come back together. And now you're supposed to put double the amount of olive oil in here, but for me, I only put half the amount of olive oil. Everybody's different how they mix it. You can add to this, you can do whatever you want. I'm just keeping it simple, adding a little bit of olive oil, and that's the consistency I want mine right here. See that? That's the consistency I'm looking for. If you want it to be more oil than that or less oil than that, you can adjust this recipe as needed. And remember, this will set a week or so on your counter. You can put it in a container, it will be fine. All right, we've got a huge ribeye here. You can see how thick it is. My local butcher down at Primo's done me right. This is a certified Angus beef prime. Right here, ribeye. We're gonna grill this off and make one heck of an appetizer out of it. Ain't that right? You say yummy? Yummy. All right, we're just gonna use straight beef rub on this. Now, I have had this steak setting out about an hour to get to room temp. The longer you can set your steak out, actually it's been out an hour and a half, but the longer you can take your steak out and let it rest, the better off you are, and let it get ambient. You know, I know a lot of people think that pulling it out of the fridge 2 hours in advance is kind of overkill, but if you temp the center of that steak, you'll see it's not overkill. When it's still ice cold in the middle and you're trying to put it on, that's why a lot of people darken up the outside of their steak, overcook it, and it's not edge to edge, a perfect medium rare or medium. All right, once we get it seasoned, we're just gonna let it hang out on the board. We've got to get our lump charcoal dumped. It's just about ready. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. You can see our lump is burned down. Look at that. Now I'm gonna start a 2-zone fire. Now that means I'm putting all my hot coals on one side. All right, our grill's running about 450 degrees right now. I'm gonna get this off. You can see this steak here. I'm gonna get it over here on the cool side and just let it set, okay? I'm gonna keep bringing it up to temp, then I'm gonna start searing it off over here. So I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes on here, and then I'm gonna flip it over here and start getting some color on it. Now, when I'm cooking for an appetizer like this, I'm not looking for pretty grill marks. I'm looking for it to be perfect, okay? So So I like the flip method, just constantly flip it. Give it 30 seconds to a minute, flip it, 30 seconds to a minute, flip it, especially if you've got flaming good roll oak charcoal rolling. All right, we've been on about 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and move this over. See, as you can see, we're still about getting close to 80 degrees in the center. So once I get the color I want from flipping this, I'm moving it back over here and just gonna let it finish off. Now we're getting pretty close to the color that I want, and I'm just gonna move it over here and let it slowly finish. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm just gonna come right there. I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes and I'm gonna get in here and check it. I don't wanna overcook my steak. I'm only looking for a temp of about 120 degrees and I'm gonna pull it. Maybe even 115. All right, it can be misconceiving. It's reading anywhere from 116 to 122, 123. I'm gonna take it off. Now, let's get it in our house. Let's let it rest. The key to a good steak is rest time. So let's give it about 10 minutes and then slice into it. All right, you see I've got some crostini bread. We're just gonna hit it with a little bit of olive oil spray, and I'm gonna use a little bit of garlic butter to amp it up a little bit. All right, now that we've grilled our bread, we've made our chimichurri, and we've got our steak resting. The first step for me, I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of this blue cheese spread on our crostini. Now it's up to you how much you put. I'm only putting a dollop. If you're trying to do this fast, I suggest doing it in a piping bag. Makes it pretty easy and simple. You can make this as thick as you want or as thin as you want. All right, now the star of the show. This beautiful, beautiful ribeye right here. Now, let's go in this thing just like this. Look at that. That's what you call a perfectly cooked steak. Now, if I would have cut these crostinis on a bias, this whole piece would lay up here, but I don't guess I was paying attention when I was doing that. Now that we've got that done, let's put a little chimichurri on. Y'all, the acidity from the red wine vinegar, the creaminess from the blue cheese, and that garlic and herb Boursin mixed together. And then when you come back and you hit it with a little bit of balsamic glaze here, I'm telling you, it just brings everything together. All right, just to recap, we cooked a huge ribeye prime grade from our local butcher shop. We reverse seared it, started a 2-zone fire over roll oak lump charcoal. We let it set, we pulled it. The steak was hitting different temps between 116 to 122. We pulled it, the steak come out perfect, just what we wanted. We took some crostini bread, grilled it off once we cut it down, smeared our blue cheese garlic herb mixture on top, made some chimichurri up from Frugoni's dry chimichurri mix, and a little bit of balsamic on top. I can tell y'all, this is one of the best steak appetizers you will ever put in your mouth. It has also won me a little bit of money here and there on the circuit. And this is the appetizer that we cooked at the Roll Oak Invitational last year that took first place. So let's give it a try. That is a huge bite, but I will tell y'all, the flavor explosion in your mouth is incredible. Be sure to give this one a try, or tell me about your favorite steak appetizer in the comments below. We'll see you next week with another video. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and of course YouTube. I'll see you then.